everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. Alpana Mohta and today we are going to discuss collagen supplementation. Specifically the two most commonly available forms of collagen supplementation in the market, marine collagen and bovine collagen. We will be discussing how these two forms differ in their structure, the way they get absorbed in your body, their benefits and the limitations. By the end of this video, you should get to know which form is best for your specific needs. So let's start at the beginning. What exactly is collagen? Collagen is basically our body's framework, which gives structure, strength and elasticity to our skin, bones, muscles, tendons and ligaments. It holds a lot of our body together. But as we age, this framework starts to wear down and slowly the production of new collagen in our body also declines. We start noticing this decline somewhere in the late 20s and early 30s when suddenly the structure of the skin starts to sag down. You start noticing the appearance of new wrinkles, fine lines, your joints start feeling a little bit stiffer and bones become less dense with time. So supplementation is basically an attempt to counteract this natural decline. Initially, the scientific community, including yours truly, was skeptic about collagen supplementation because most of the studies that we had at the time were backed by the companies who were making these supplements. But as independent data is emerging day by day, we currently have many systematic reviews and meta-analyses which favor the use of collagen supplementation for your skin and bone health. Compared to regular protein, the collagen supplementation that we currently consume is a little different. While the regular protein would just get broken down or digested into these basic amino acids, the collagen supplementation that is currently being used consists of hydrolyzed collagen. Hydrolyzed collagen is capable of getting penetrated through the gut wall, and some of these hydrolyzed collagen, which actually gets broken down in your gut, forms something called tripeptides, which are these specific sequences of amino acids that reach your skin, bones or joints and stimulate the production of more collagen. Okay, now let's compare the two most promising sources of hydrolyzed collagen, marine collagen and bovine collagen. First, let's discuss marine collagen peptides, which are sourced from fishes. Usually they are the byproducts from fish industry like fish skin, scales and bones of fishes like cod, salmon, pollock and tilapia. Some of the marine collagen peptide is also sourced from sponges and sea cucumbers. And marine derived collagen peptide is overwhelmingly abundant in type 1 collagen, which is also the most abundant collagen form in the human body, making up nearly 80% of our skin, bones and joints. Marine collagen peptide is also believed to be absorbed faster compared to bovine and other forms of collagen, simply because it has a smaller molecular size. The smaller size allows the marine collagen peptide to get absorbed faster into the bloodstream and give quicker results. In fact, some of the marketing claims also say that it's absorbed 1.5 times faster than bovine collagen. But that data, I must say, is not backed very well by research. When you're looking at the labeling of any reputed collagen peptide brand, you might see the molecular weight of that peptide being mentioned on the label. If the molecular weight is around 2000 Daltons or lower, it has a better chance of getting absorbed through your gut wall. Now, what are the other plus points of marine collagen? Being abundant in type 1 collagen, it's a great product if you want something that will help with the structure and integrity of your skin, reduce wrinkles, help in skin hydration, help the growth of hair and even nails to a certain extent. But what about the downsides? What about the limitations of marine collagen? One thing is lower thermal stability compared to bovine collagen. While bovine collagen can easily be mixed with both hot and cold drinks, marine collagen at times might get disintegrated if you take it with hot drinks or hot food products like tea or coffee. That's why it's best taken with beverages which are cold or at room temperature like milk, cold coffee, your smoothie or even iced tea. Marine collagen also has a slightly lower amount of three most important amino acids, glycine, proline and hydroxyproline, which are essential for collagen production and tissue repair. This form of collagen also lacks some essential and non-essential amino acids, specifically arginine, which is found exclusively in bovine collagen. And finally, allergies. If you're somebody who has shellfish allergy or seafood allergy, you should absolutely not consume marine collagen. And even if you don't have any known allergies but tend to get irritable bowel syndrome or gastric intolerance, at times marine collagen might cause nausea, bloating or diarrhea. That's why it's better to start marine collagen in a slow dose and gradually build up your tolerance. Some users also report a fishy aftertaste. Beyond all these minor setbacks, there is also a very important safety point that keeps coming up in literature: the risk of metal contamination, specifically heavy metal contamination like mercury, cadmium and lead. Just because marine collagen is derived from fish which naturally grow in the ocean. And ocean currently is a cesspool of all kinds of toxins and wastes. So even if there is a mild risk of exposure to heavy metal contamination, it can become a big issue. If you're regularly consuming a supplementation that is contaminated with heavy metals, even in trace amounts, it can affect your nervous system, your kidneys and liver. But remember, this is just a theoretical risk. You can avoid this risk by reading your labels properly and doing your research before buying any marine supplement. The two most important things that you should look for on the label are quality of the source and third-party testing. Just because collagen supplementation is not an FDA-regulated product, you have to rely on third party to ensure that the product is safe for your consumption. You can also look for certifications on the website of these products. The MSC or the Marine Stewardship Council tells you that the fish sourcing meets the sustainable standards for a collagen supplementation. Other reliable third-party certificates include Whole30, IGEN, and Non-GMO Project. One specific tip may be favoring marine collagen which is derived from fish skin instead of fish bones, because fish bones are more likely to accumulate these heavy metals. There is also a potential risk of drug interactions with blood thinners, painkillers like ibuprofen and blood pressure medication. So if you're on any kind of long-term medication, please talk to your healthcare provider before starting marine collagen. And finally, as far as the dose of marine collagen is concerned, try to start with 2.5 grams per day and gradually increase it to 10 grams per day. And if you're somebody who has any kidney issues, please be mindful of the amount of dose of collagen that you're consuming, because if you're consuming too much, it might stress your kidneys. Now moving on to bovine collagen. Bovine collagen is derived from cow hide, their connective tissue and sometimes even cow bones. Unlike marine collagen, bovine collagen has a mix of both type 1 and type 3 collagen. We know that type 1 collagen is huge for skin, bones and tendons. Type 3 is also found in these areas, but it's particularly important in things like muscles, blood vessels, and provides structure for organs including the gut lining. So having both type 1 and type 3 collagen might be beneficial if you want benefits for both your skin, your bones and your gut. Compared to marine collagen, bovine collagen also has a better thermal stability and structural integrity, simply because it has a higher amount of hydroxyproline, making it a more versatile product which can be consumed both with hot and cold beverages. On a practical level, bovine collagen is also more easily available, easy to source and therefore cheaper. Unlike marine collagen, bovine collagen has a neutral taste, but sometimes users do complain that it has a slight medicinal taste to it. Clinical research shows that bovine collagen helps with joint stiffness, retaining muscle mass and improving muscle healing post-exercise. Although interestingly, clinical studies time and again keep observing that compared to marine collagen, bovine collagen has a slightly lower impact on improving the skin health. Furthermore, compared to marine collagen, the bioavailability of bovine collagen is also lower simply because of a higher molecular weight. That's why bovine collagen might take slightly longer to start showing results. And then there is also a theoretical risk of disease transmission. Historically, some of the sources of bovine collagen were seen to transmit a disease called mad cow disease. But as a consumer, you can completely avoid this risk by ensuring that the source of your bovine collagen is through grass-fed cows. With ethical sourcing, rigorous testing, and modern processing techniques, currently the risk of such disease transmission is extremely low. Okay, now that I've given you an overview of both marine and bovine collagen, let's put them side by side and do a quick recap. So if you want something specifically for your skin, stick to marine collagen. If you want improvement in both your skin and joints, stick to bovine. By the way, currently there are also many formulations that contain a mix of both marine and bovine collagen, which give you best results for both your skin and your joints. Bioavailability: marine collagen has a slightly higher bioavailability compared to bovine collagen because it has a smaller molecular size, and therefore you would see quicker results with marine than bovine sources. But with consistent use, after 3 to 4 months, the results are comparable. As far as side effects are concerned, the risk of bloating, diarrhea and nausea is slightly higher with marine compared to bovine sources. There is a risk of heavy metal contamination with marine sources. It comes with its fair share of fishy aftertaste. But bovine sources do run a theoretical but extremely low risk of disease transmission from the animal kingdom. Also, there are some special circumstances where you should be very careful if you're taking marine collagen, especially if you're taking any other drugs or if you have any food allergies. And finally, the cost. Marine collagen can be anywhere around 1.5 to 2 times more expensive than bovine collagen, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to consistency. If you're taking your collagen supplementation consistently, you will start seeing results with daily usage after at least 4 weeks, and it can take around 12 to 16 weeks to start seeing best and optimal results. But remember, it's not a magic bullet, and once you stop consuming collagen, these results might slowly start to degrade with time. Therefore, for optimal results, just like any other supplementation, you should regularly keep consuming it. In fact, some research studies show that in order to increase the absorption of collagen peptide and have better results, you should consume it with vitamin C. So I would say there is no clear winner between marine and bovine collagen. Both are great products, and depending upon the kind of results that you want, your dietary restrictions and your budget, choose your supplementation wisely. So guys, I hope you liked this video. If you have any questions, doubts or concerns, please drop them in the comment section of this video. If you want to know my specific recommendations for both kinds of collagen supplementations, do check out the description section of this video. Please don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel. With that, this is Dr. Alpana signing off.